Section 9 of the Second Jungle Book. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Second Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Section 9. Letting in the Jungle, Part 3. The man and the woman are come safe within eyeshot of Khanhiwara, Bagheera said. Thy lair mother sent the word back by Chil, the kite. They found a horse before midnight of the night they were freed, and went very quickly. Is not that well? That is well, said Mowgli. And thy man-pack in the village did not stir till the sun was high this morning. Then they ate their food and ran back quickly to their houses. Did they by any chance see thee? It may have been. I was rolling in the dust before the gate at dawn, and I may have made also some small song to myself. Now, little brother, there is nothing more to do. Come hunting with me and Baloo. He has new hives that he wishes to show, and we all desire thee back again as of old. Take off that look which makes even me afraid. The man and woman will not be put into the Red Flower, and all goes well in the Jungle. Is it not true? Let us forget the man-pack. They shall be forgotten in a little while. Where does Hathi feed to-night? Where he chooses. Who can answer for the Silent One? But why? What is there Hathi can do which we cannot? Bid him and his 3 sons to come here to me. But, indeed and truly, little brother, it is not seemly to say come and go to Hathi. Remember, he is the master of the Jungle, and before the man-pack changed the look on thy face, he taught thee the master words of the Jungle. That is all one. I have a master word for him now. Bid him come to Mowgli the Frog, and if he does not hear at first, bid him come because of the sack of the fields of Bhurtpore. The sack of the fields of Bhurtpore, Bagheera repeated 2 or 3 times to make sure. I go. Hathi can but be angry at the worst, and I would give a moon's hunting to hear a master word that compels the Silent One. He went away, leaving Mowgli stabbing furiously with his skinning knife into the earth. Mowgli had never seen human blood in his life before, till he had seen and, what meant much more to him, smelled Messua's blood on the thongs that bound her. And Messua had been kind to him, and, so far as he knew anything about love, he loved Messua as completely as he hated the rest of mankind. But deeply as he loathed them, their talk, their cruelty, and their cowardice, not for anything the Jungle had to offer could he bring himself to take a human life, and have that terrible scent of blood back again in his nostrils. His plan was simpler, but much more thorough, and he laughed to himself when he thought that it was one of old Buldeo's tales, told under the peepul tree in the evening, that had put the idea into his head. "It was a master word," Bagheera whispered in his ear. "They were feeding by the river, and they obeyed as though they were bullocks. Look where they come now!" Hathi and his 3 sons had arrived, in their usual way, without a sound. The mud of the river was still fresh on their flanks, and Hathi was thoughtfully chewing the green stem of a young plantain tree that he had gouged up with his tusks. But every line in his vast body showed to Bagheera, who could see things when he came across them, that it was not the Master of the Jungle speaking to a man-cub, but one who was afraid coming before one who was not. His 3 sons rolled side by side behind their father. Mowgli hardly lifted his head as Hathi gave him good hunting. He kept him swinging and rocking, and shifting from one foot to another, for a long time before he spoke. And when he opened his mouth it was to Bagheera, and not to the elephants. "I will tell a tale that was told to me by the hunter ye hunted today," said Mowgli. "It concerns an elephant, old and wise, who fell into a trap, and a sharpened stake in the pit scarred him from a little above his heel to the crest of his shoulder, leaving a white mark." Mowgli threw out his hand, and as Hathi wheeled the moonlight showed a long white scar on his slaty side, as though he had been struck with a red-hot whip. "Man came to take him from the trap," Mowgli continued, "but he broke his ropes, for he was strong, and went away till his wound was healed. Then came he, angry, by night to the fields of those hunters. And I remember now that he had 3 sons. These things happened many, many rains ago, and very far away, among the fields of Bhurtpore. What came to those fields at the next reaping, Hathi?" "They were reaped by me and by my 3 sons," said Hathi. "And to the ploughing that follows the reaping?" said Mowgli. "There was no ploughing," said Hathi. "And to the men that live by the green crops on the ground?" said Mowgli. "They went away." "And to the huts in which the man slept?" said Mowgli. "We tore the roofs to pieces, and the Jungle swallowed up the walls," said Hathi. "And what more?" said Mowgli. "As much good ground as I can walk over in 2 nights from the east to the west, and from the north to the south as much as I can walk over in 3 nights, the Jungle took. We let in the Jungle upon 5 villages, and in those villages and in their lands, the grazing ground and the soft crop grounds, there is not one man today who takes his food from the ground. That was the sack of the fields of Bhurtpore, which I and my 3 sons did. And now I ask, Man cub, how the news of it came to thee?" said Hathi. "A man told me, and now I see even Buldeo can speak truth. It was well done, Hathi, with the white mark, but the second time it shall be done better, for the reason that there is a man to direct. Thou knowest the village of the Man Pack that cast me out? They are idle, senseless, and cruel. They play with their mouths, and they do not kill the weaker for food, but for sport. When they are full fed they would throw their own breed into the Red Flower. This I have seen. It is not well that they should live here any more. I hate them." "Kill, then," said the youngest of Hathi's 3 sons, picking up a tuft of grass, dusting it against his forelegs, and throwing it away, while his little red eyes glanced furtively from side to side. "What good are white bones to me?" Mowgli answered angrily. "Am I the cub of a wolf to play in the sun with a raw head? I have killed Shere Khan, and his hide rots on the Council Rock. But I do not know whither Shere Khan is gone, and my stomach is still empty. Now I will take that which I can see and touch. Let in the Jungle upon that village, Hathi." Bagheera shivered, and cowered down. He could understand. If the worst came to worst, a quick rush down a village street, and a right and left blow into a crowd, or a crafty killing of men as they ploughed in the twilight. But this scheme for deliberately blotting out an entire village from the eyes of man and beast frightened him. Now he saw why Mowgli had sent for Hathi. No one but the long-lived elephant could plan and carry through such a war. "Let them run as the man ran from the fields of Bhurtpore, till we have the rain-water for the only plough, and the noise of the rain on the thick leaves for the pattering of their spindles, till Bagheera and I lair in the house of the Brahmin, and the Buck drink at the tank behind the temple. Let in the Jungle, Hathi." "But I—but we have no